What's up, bodybuilding fans? We are officially 16 days out to the Gas Mark 10 Classic, the final show of the season. So we are digging hard because Rob likes people absolutely shredded. So today I'm going to show you a full day of what I am doing to get peeled inside out alien-like for the Gas Mark 10 Classic. There's a slight change to the meal plan since you'll have last watched the last meal plan, which was for the PCA Universe. There is only one change. It's to meal one, which is we've put carbs back in meal one. There is some changes to PEDs, which I will touch on. I am honest, not telling you what to do. I'm not advising what to do, but end of the day, I'm just showing you a video of what I do, and I will touch on it. Cardio stayed the same, which you'll have just seen. 1 hour fasted on an incline and still on 20,000 steps. There's no point in lowering expenditure. The food has gone up, so there's no point in lowering that as well. It can be lowered once I'm ready. Until I'm ready, it's not getting lowered. I need to be absolutely peeled. So I've just finished cardio. I'm going to go and do a check-in outside, see what I look like. I am going to keep covered up now, off camera, until maybe a week out, and then I will show you what I'm looking like, because quite honestly, there isn't much of a difference compared to what you've seen on show day, you know, on Sunday at the PCA Universe. So it's not really that interesting, I'll be honest with you. So wait until I'm a bit leaner, glutes tied in more, then we'll show you what we're looking like. I'm going to get my check-in done, and then I will come in, make meal one, and I will show you the changes that we have made to meal one. And I am absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. So, see you back for meal one, guys. So guys, still got 4 eggs, so I cook 2 at a time. As you can see, and we have got 80 grams of sourdough bread. Focus, yes. So there's 1 slice under there, 1 slice there. Put it onto 2 plates to make it look more, you know, volumizing and all that. And then I will add some tomato sauce. And I have took veg out just because, well, I just don't want it. So that is more or less meal one. That is the changes that have been made. So I'll show you when it's done. Boom. So it looks like there's a hell of a lot more food there, but it's simply the 4 eggs as usual, rather than cooking all 4 at once. I've cooked the 2 separate, and then it's obviously the sourdough bread underneath. And then there's around 12 grams, I think that one were about 12 grams, that one were about 16. So it's just under 30 grams of sauce. I ain't going to beat myself up over a little bit of sauce. It's only sauce I get all day, so... And like I said, no veg. So I'm going to get this eaten, and I will see you back for meal number 2. So I haven't really ever touched on what I do personally for, obviously, moolah. I own a company called Ultimate Treatz, which does all sorts of different treats. So we make cookies, as you can see at front, brownies, which have just been released. So for example, we got Nutella, Toffee Crisp and Caramel, Biscoff, Milky Bar. So there's some of the brownies. Cookies wise, we normally have a huge range. So far, these are what I made. We've got Milky Bar, we've got Oreo, got Dubai chocolate with Biscoff, the ultimate cookie, which is Biscoff, Milky Way and Dairy Milk Caramel, got cream egg, and we've got white chocolate and Smarties there. There is all sorts been made. I've got crunchies coming, I've got crunchy cookies, I've got peanut butter cookies, got peanut butter Kit Kat cookies. There's all sorts to come. So if you are a fan of treats like these, make sure you go to Instagram, search Ultimate Treatz with a Z, and hit us up and drop us a follow. We do delivery next day, or you can come and collect if you are locally. But yeah, just something that I thought I would touch on. I'll show you a bit of me making cookies and a bit of my working day, what I do. And I hope you like it. I'll show you around these close up.
kind of like the cult following of Care Bear collectors out there. She seems like she knows a little something about that. Overall,
well, you know, I find this very interesting because it comes from a period in China's history.
We're back, guys, for meal number 2. As you can see, I don't know if you can see it, if it'll focus, it probably won't focus. We've got 200 grams of fish, 100 grams of rice, and 80 grams of peppers. So just the same as last time. We have just got another half an hour, 35 minutes done on the treadmill before this meal, which takes us to just short of 14,000 steps, and it is only 12:30, so we're getting ahead of the schedule. So we're going to have a pre-workout meal, and then we'll be heading to Ultraflex shortly after. We've got a push session, which is mainly hitting chest today. I do one at the beginning of the week, which is mainly for my delts. I do one at the end of the week, which is mainly for my chest. For me, splitting, doing push twice, it just keeps these areas fuller, and these are my weaker areas on my body, so I want to keep these as full as possible rather than them wasting away when I diet down, because that is normally what happened last year. My delts went to literally like I was an ironing board. It was tremendous. I want to be eating a lot of chest because one of my feedbacks from the universe was I need more thickness in my side shots, so you know, in more of my quarter turns, side shots, side chest, and so on. So on that note, I'm going to get this eaten, and I will show you again pre and intra workout shakes. I'll get them made up, and then we'll see you at Ultraflex for a big ass push session. And then later, I will touch on the changes that I have made to my cycle. So I do want to stress, I am not telling anybody that you should be doing what I'm doing in prep. I'm just going to be very honest and transparent, and today is about telling you everything I'm doing to get shredded. So bear that in mind, don't just copy. So we'll see you at Ultraflex. So guys, half a scoop of Big Dog is about to go in, which is 10 grams of carbs. We're going to have a scoop of EAAs, so that is for our intra. And we are going to have a scoop of Pitbull Pump. So that's going to go in 1 litre intra, 500 ml pre-workout. That's another 1.5 litres water for the day. So let's get it. So guys, post-workout meal. As you've seen, that's how I make my rice pudding by ESN and my whey ISO. So that is just how I like to make it. That is the consistency that I like. Nice pudding, sort of, you know, like a mousse. So in that there is, as you saw, 50 gram of ESN rice pudding, 60 gram of whey ISO with a smidge of cinnamon, because I absolutely love the stuff. On prep anyway, I love it. In off season, I cannot stand it. Don't know why. It's just one of them things. I suppose you get a bit of a sweet tooth. So as you've seen, we've just got some more steps done. That takes us to just over 18,000 steps done. So that leaves us with 2,000 done at coming up to 5 o'clock. So easy, 2,000 to do. We've got more cookies to make, so there'll be a lot of walking around the kitchen. So we'll piss that 20,000. So I'm gonna get this eaten. We'll see you back for meal 4, and that's where I'll talk about my PEDs and the changes that have been made. See you for meal 4. So guys, post-workout meal. As you've seen, that's how I make my rice pudding by ESN and my whey ISO. So that is just how I like to make it. That is the consistency that I like. Nice pudding, sort of, you know, like a mousse type. So in that there is, as you saw, 50 gram of ESN rice pudding, 60 gram of whey ISO with a smidge of cinnamon, because I absolutely love the stuff. On prep anyway, I love it. In off season, I cannot stand it. Don't know why. It's just one of them things. I suppose you get a bit of a sweet tooth. So as you've seen, we've just got some more steps done. That takes us to just over 18,000 steps done. So that leaves us with 2,000 done at coming up to 5 o'clock. So easy, 2,000 to do. We've got more cookies to make, so there'll be a lot of walking around the kitchen. So we'll piss that 20,000. So I'm going to get my post-workout meal in. We'll see you back for meal 4, and that is where I will touch on my PEDs. So I'm going to get this eaten. We'll see you back for meal 4, and that's where I'll talk about my PEDs and the changes that have been made. See you for meal 4. Meal number 4, guys. We have got 200 grams of fish, 3 whole eggs, and we have got a bit of mushrooms, 50 gram. So although it's 0 carbs, as in like no rice, nothing, I'm not sure what carbs. There's a bit in mushrooms, so it's more or less 0 carbs. The training day is done. I've trained earlier. It's time to relax. I don't need no more carbs, realistically. I do have carbs in the last meal still. The only reason being is it helps me sleep. As soon as I take carbs out of my last meal, I cannot sleep whatsoever. So I make my other meals 1, 2, and 3 small carb meals, and then I've got more carbs for at night. So I'm gonna let that cool down. And as I said before, I was gonna talk about my PEDs, my cycle. So up until the universe, I was running 300 milligrams of Testi, 200 milligrams of Mastron, and 200 milligrams of Primo. So the difference is now we are at still 300 milligrams of Test and still 200 milligrams of Primo. The Mastron has been doubled to 400 milligram, and we have also added in Tren. We are doing 100 milligrams per week. So that's that. We are also taking 80 milligrams of Clen, 10 milligrams of Yihimbine, 100 micrograms of T4, 50 micrograms of T3, 2 IU intramuscular pre-cardio of 2 IU of growth, and also 25 milligrams of Proviron. Also, pre-workout, with my pre-workout meal, I take 50 milligrams of Winstrol, 50 milligrams of Anavar, and 10 milligrams of Halo. Halo is not good. I hate to say it. Since it's gone back in, I just feel so much better in gym. You're not getting to the gym and like, ugh. It just makes me get to the gym and it makes me want to just have it. And then the last thing that I take is, obviously, in the morning, I take my L-carnitine pre-cardio. And before training, I take, well, I've just started taking Engineered Muscle Turbo Swole, which I must admit is pretty good. I was a bit 50-50, inject it wherever, and then the pump is insane. So I can understand why people do use it pre-stage, so before they go on stage, a few hours before or whatnot, and then pump up. I completely get it now. It is absolutely mega, the pump that you get from it. So that is my cycle at the moment. Like I said, do not do the same as me. Don't copy it. That is not going to get you shredded, because there's all the basics that are getting me shredded. The low food, the expenditure, all of that. I've just got to say it, because you don't want some numpty out there to think, oh, I'll just take all that. It's all planned around my body and how it's reacting to stuff, and my bloods. Get your bloods done if you're going to do anything. Honestly, your bloods is key. You can track everything to do with your cycle through your bloods, so just make sure you're getting them done. And if you want them doing, get yourself to blood clinic. So, get this eaten. It's a lovely meal. And then we are on 20 past 8, so I'll get this eaten, and then around 9 o'clock I will flick on the sauna and we'll get in the sauna. I'm going to do 15 minutes, helps with muscle soreness. My legs are hurting really bad from yesterday. Cardio was a drag this morning because of it. But it's all part of the process. The sauna has definitely helped with muscle soreness, and obviously whether it makes you drop water or not, I've said before, I don't know. Does it make you drier? I don't know. I take in Gasmark 10 hydrocollagen with me in a 500ml bottle, and I just sip on that while I'm sweating out. So I don't know, but it makes you feel good and it gets you ready for bed. So I'll see you for the sauna, and then after the sauna I will quickly run through meal 5, which is basically the same as meal 3. So see you at the sauna. Meal number 5. I don't know, I'm holding my number 2. So as you've just seen, 15 minutes in the sauna, come out, felt absolutely massive. So we are 3 days after I had my diet break. So on Monday, I was allowed to eat whatever I wanted, just to give my body a refresh, because it was absolutely needed. So obviously I put a lot of weight on, a lot of water weight. We're coming back down very fast. But I feel like today, to be honest with you, how I look today would be a perfect stage look, in honesty. You've just seen then. I mean, it's after sauna, so it's a bit biased, but you know what it is. So I definitely think that I'm going to look into for peaking for the Gasmark 10, sort of the Tuesday, and work something out like that. I've done different little peaks. I don't peak big, I've done little peaks. I've done different ones, and I'd just like to try something new for this last one. And then I can look at all the different looks on stage that I've had. Everyone will be different then, rather than repeating something I've already done. And then next year, when I go for shows, which is going to be very serious shows for me, then I can pick which was the best look. It's almost like, as they call it, collecting data. So, meal number 5, the last meal, it's the same as number 3. Don't want to bore you with it. 50g rice pudding, 60g of whey, and some cinnamon. And that's a wrap, guys. That is my full day of prep life. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. It is absolutely helpful, because I can just do a lot more things the more you subscribe. And don't forget, hit that bell button. We have 5, maybe 6 episodes coming out for this redemption series. So if you could hit the bell button, you'll get notifications for each one coming out. The next one will be my second to last quad session. So I'm going to not really video the full day. It'll be just videoing quads. I'll show you exactly what exercises, how many sets, how many reps, blah, blah, blah. So hopefully that'll be an interesting one. But you know, my mic don't work in gym. I don't know if it's because I've not got a receiver for my phone. So it's annoying that I can't talk in the gym. But you know, the bigger the channel gets, the more I can invest in a proper camera, you know, all that stuff to make the videos even better. So drop a comment below if you like this video. Drop a comment below if you don't like this video, or how I could improve my videos. For now, I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to eat this, and then we are just going to repeat it all tomorrow for another 16 days. So I will see you for the quad session next week. Peace out, guys. Big love.